Every time I look online right now, there's always someone new saying, get out of LA, it's not what it used to be, don't move to LA, it'll be the biggest mistake you make. I can't believe it. Don't forget, LA had a huge exodus over the last 2 years when it comes to population leaving to go to other states.
Well, people are moving out of LA County. The population dropped more than anywhere else in the country.
All four Southern California counties lost nearly 9,600 residents a month.
But why is this? And should you move here? Today, I talk about 10 reasons maybe you shouldn't move to LA. I'm Matt Tilley, the British bloke. I'm a local realtor. And if you are looking to move to LA, even after I talk about these 10 points, give me a call. Always happy to help. I moved here from London back in 2008, so I know what it's like to make a scary move across states or even across continents. Hope to hear from you. So whilst many people come here to make their dreams come true, fame, stardom, riches, for a lot of people that is just not the case. And there's a lot of negatives when it comes to living in Los Angeles. The first one, the price of living in Los Angeles. Rents have gone up about 40% in the last 3 years. Trust me, 5 years ago LA was expensive. Now it is unbelievably expensive. If you want to rent a studio in Santa Monica, for example, you better have $3,000 a month to spend. And if you're in a nice area of Santa Monica and you want a one bedroom, $4,000. Now, if we go to kind of normal communities, normal areas, you still need $2,000 to $3,000 a month for a one bedroom apartment. 63% of people rent in LA. And you know why? Because it's extremely expensive to purchase a home. If you want a 3-bed home, you better have a budget of $800,000. And if you're in the trendy neighborhoods, you need north of $1 million. So LA is super, super expensive. If you're moving here, someone in their 20s, a young professional, and you want to have a good life, you better be earning between $80,000 and $100,000 a year. And if you're getting married, starting a family, or have young children, you better have $150,000 coming in each year. And to be honest, as a family, the closer to 200 grand a year income, the better. It's a lot of money, I know. That's just the reality, unfortunately. Another issue you need to be aware of is you could be looking at a real fancy, trendy neighborhood like Los Feliz or Silver Lake, for example, and you're like, well, I can't live there. I'll just live in the neighborhood right next door. That'll be cool. And you don't realize that that neighborhood is actually not safe, high crime, and not a great area to live. There's plenty of areas like that in Los Angeles. So if you can't afford to live in your dream neighborhood, don't just live in the neighborhood right next door to it. It could be a bad place to live. Definitely do your research. A big reason to avoid LA, if you ask me, and me coming from London, I kind of feel this a lot. And if you're coming from Chicago or New York or a real city, LA does not have that city vibe. Yeah, LA has a downtown. It's fine. There's stuff going on, but the public transport system isn't what it is in Paris or New York or London. So if you're coming to LA, you want that city vibe. It's like 400 neighborhoods put together. The more people move in, the more sprawling the neighborhoods get. It's not really a city. Everyone's in their car all the time. If you live in Santa Monica, you want to get to Los Feliz to see a friend, good luck with that. It's at least an hour and a half in rush hour. So if you're young or even older and you want to move to a city, live that city lifestyle with awesome walkability, LA, it's just not for you. And another problem I hear all the time from people moving here, especially people in their 20s and maybe mid-30s, LA is overwhelming. You come here with a dream or a plan to be successful and you get here and you're like, oh wow, there's 2 million people just like me. What do I do? To get a job, you kind of need to know people. Gone are the days where you just send in a resume and hope to get a job. It's really who you know here. And everyone is competitive. Everyone's trying to get to the top. The blinkers are on. And if they need to walk all over you to get to the top, they will. So LA can definitely be overwhelming. If you're not coming here with friends or family, you might feel lost. You might be anxious. So come here with a plan, and even better, come here with a job. At least come here with some friends. If you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe. I do videos every week on what it's like to live in Los Angeles. If that's what you're looking for, Hope to see you in my next video. I touched on it briefly, but the public transport system really is not that great. Yes, there's transport systems that can get you from LA down to Long Beach to South Bay. There's trains, there's buses, there's the metro. Are they good if you want to go long distances? It might take you a long time. If you're in Long Beach, for example, you want to get on the metro, go 4 or 5 stops, great, works perfectly. So do the bus systems. But if you're looking to go 10, 15, 20 miles to work, you're using the metro, good luck with that. It's no London, it's no New York. Check it out before you move here if that's going to be your sole form of transport. And then when it comes to cars and driving, we've all heard it. LA is America's biggest car parking lot, and it's true. The traffic's terrible. You better get used to a 45-minute to a 1-hour commute if you're going at least 10 or 15 miles anywhere between 7 and 9 a.m. The traffic is very, very bad. LA, yikes, it's not great when you're driving. Everyone always says people are stuck up in LA and vain, and maybe it's true. I've been here a long time now, and I feel everyone is friendly, and no one's really born and raised in LA, so everyone's come here from different parts of the country or different parts of the world. I do feel as though people are friendly to each other. However, when it comes to trying to hang out with your friends or your work colleagues, I've noticed it's super, super hard. You might make plans. People always have excuses to cancel. They've got maybe a 15-mile drive. They kind of changed their mind. They're tired. Always someone's ill. Their kid's got the virus, the flu, something. So if you're moving to a city where you think you're always going to be hanging out with your friends and it's going to be great, it might not be as easy as that. I've noticed in LA, friends, kind of flaky. All right, let's talk about the homeless issue. I'm sure you've seen right now in LA, in Northern California, in San Francisco, homeless is on the rise. Go to Santa Monica, one of the most expensive places in America. There's an abundance of homeless people. Obviously, you know about Skid Row, I'm sure, but there's homeless people everywhere. Is LA doing something about it? They'll tell you they are. The city will be like, oh, we're actively trying to decrease homeless. But if you ask me over the last 5 years, it's got progressively worse and worse and worse. Neighborhoods I used to live in used to have 3 or 4 celebrity homeless people. You knew them, you'd say hi to them. Now it's 40, 50, 100. Homeless issue is out of control. With that, a lot of these homeless people have mental issues as well. I don't think it's being sorted out. They get moved on. Guess what? They come back. So with the homeless population increasing, crime is also increasing as well. Obviously, it's a city. There's crime in all major cities. Of course there is. But if you ask me, in Los Angeles right now, homelessness is going that way, and so is the crime levels. I spoke about how expensive LA is when it comes to buying or renting, but also eating out, gas, electricity, power. On top of that, you've got sales tax, income tax in Los Angeles or California is high. Sales tax, if you look at menus in restaurants as well, you're paying 3 or 4% to the employee's healthcare fund. I'm not against that, but it's another 3 or 4% on top of your bill. So when you come to LA, I know you're going to think it's expensive, but trust me, it's more expensive than you even think it is. You need to be earning a good living to have a good life in Los Angeles. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to do anything, and you're probably going to go back home, tail between your legs, and said, Mum, Dad, Los Angeles chewed me up and it spat me out. I've seen it happen to a lot of people. Don't let it happen to you. All right, there's 9 or 10 reasons why potentially you shouldn't move to Los Angeles. On the other hand, I love Los Angeles. I've been here now for 15 years. I think it's a great city. The weather, for example, outdoor activities. And if you are trying to work hard and you're ambitious, there is no roof, there is no ceiling. The world's your oyster. It's one of the most entrepreneurial cities in the world, if you ask me. And you can do whatever you want and become very successful. If you are moving to LA, and I highly recommend it, please reach out. Like I said, I'm Matt Tilley, the British bloke. I'm a local realtor. Happy to answer any questions. Hope to hear from you.